Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that the government has introduced tougher rules for one of the most popular ways people shop online. Not because it's illegal, not because it's a scam, but because millions of people are getting into financial trouble without even realizing it. I'm talking about buy now, pay later. If you've ever bought something and chosen pay in full or pay later, this video is for you. Today, we're going to look at why governments are stepping in, what these new rules mean, and most importantly, why buy now, pay later isn't always as harmless as it looks. What is buy now, pay later? Buy now, pay later, often called BNPL, lets you take an item home today and split the cost into smaller payments over several weeks or months. Many providers don't charge interest if you pay on time. At first glance, it sounds like a win for everyone. You get what you want immediately, and you don't have to pay everything up front. So why are governments becoming concerned? The real problem, the biggest issue isn't the payment itself. It's how it changes the way we think. Let's say you want to buy a pair of shoes that costs $200. Paying $200 today feels like a big decision. You stop and think, do I really need this? But if the checkout says, only $50 today, suddenly, it doesn't feel expensive anymore. The price hasn't changed. Only your perception has. That's one of the reasons buy now, pay later has become so popular. It makes expensive purchases feel smaller. The trap most people don't notice. One payment plan usually isn't the problem. The problem starts when you have several of them. Maybe you finance a phone, then some clothes, then groceries, then concert tickets. Each payment seems small on its own, but together, they quietly eat into your monthly income. Many people don't realize how much they're committed to paying until payday arrives. And that's exactly what financial experts have been warning about. Why governments are stepping in. In countries like the United Kingdom, regulators have introduced stricter rules for buy now, pay later providers. Companies now have to carry out affordability checks before approving many purchases. Consumers also have stronger protections if something goes wrong, and lenders must clearly explain the risks of borrowing. These changes are intended to reduce the chances of people taking on debt they cannot realistically repay. The goal isn't to stop people from using buy now, pay later. It's to make sure people fully understand what they're signing up for. Is buy now, pay later bad? Not necessarily. Like any financial tool, it depends on how you use it. If you've already budgeted for the purchase and know you'll be able to make every payment comfortably, it can be a convenient option. The danger comes when smaller payments convince you to buy things you wouldn't have bought if you had to. Pay the full price immediately. That's when convenience turns into debt. Before you click pay in full, here's a simple question I want you to ask yourself. If buy now, pay later wasn't available, would I still buy this today? If your answer is no, maybe you don't actually need the item. Maybe the payment plan is simply making it easier to spend money you weren't planning to spend. Conclusion: buy now, pay later isn't free money. It isn't a magic way to make things cheaper. It's simply another form of borrowing. Used wisely, it can be helpful. Used carelessly, it can quietly become a financial burden. And that's why governments are introducing stricter rules, not to stop people from shopping, but to help protect consumers from taking on more debt than they can handle. If you learned something new today, subscribe to Money Myth with Jemcy. Every week, we break down money myths, explain financial news, and help you make smarter financial decisions.